One time I got this email. I need the FY07 figures from MYOB ASAP because the CEO, the CFO and the 2IC believe that the ROI doesn't match the KPIs set at the AGM. Can you give me an ETA? Yeah. Yeah. I replied, WTF. And he wrote, when's that? I wrote Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. I don't know whether or not you sell pumps or you're involved in distribution of water or you work for the council, whatever it is, no matter what organisation you work for, you can always pick the biggest nerd in the office. The biggest nerd in the office always uses the most references to baseball. He's like, you need to step up to the plate. Pitch me some ideas, give me a ballpark figure, up and down the field, don't throw me a curveball, you're off your game, you had a swing and a miss, you only just straight home, you're already on 2 strikes, we need to touch base. Like, no, you need to touch a woman. I'm seeing a hugely increased number of people riding to work. I'm sure some of you have someone who rides to work, which I think is excellent, right? But they're getting a little self-righteous about it. It's like, yeah, I ride to work, I don't like to pollute the environment, yeah, I like to use the exercise and make sure that I convert my natural energy into kinetic energy and potential energy when I'm on top of the hill. And I just use my energy and I get to work because I don't like to pollute the environment, yeah. And then they sit next to you after riding 30 kilometres without deodorant. You freaking pollute my environment, that's I can't find a boss half the time. I'm sure there's many CEOs and all that sort of stuff in the room. Half the staff can never find you. I don't know what's going on. But you know when you're at work and you want to find the boss, you're like, where is the boss? No, I don't know where he's going. I'm not sure. You know, no one's seeing. So it's like the boss is playing hide and seek, right? Because the boss shows up right next to your desk 5 seconds after you've opened Facebook. Just after you've typed in, doing jack shit at work. What you got to do there is kick the power out to the monitor, right? You ain't got time to move that mouse up to the boss, up to the Under pressure also, you can't remember what's behind Facebook. Some seedy people clapping that joke. I was walking around today through the exhibition and I heard some weird stuff. You guys say some weird things in this industry, right? I'm walking past some of these booths and there's little meetings going on in the exhibition hall, you know, in front of the booths. And I heard some guy say, he said, you need to go the extra mile. Right? Now, I don't know if there's anyone here who can possibly think of one example where it's actually advantageous to go that extra mile. Like, how many times have you called a taxi back to your house and said, I'd like to go that extra mile. Just drop me an hour, about 20 minutes that way, and walk back in the darkness. What about you need to take it to the next level? Like you're in an elevator, you get to level 9, all your colleagues get out, I'm going to take it to the next level. If you need me, I'll be on the roof. And whoever should push the envelope? Hey Clint, you want me to send that via express? No. I'm going to push the envelope. If you need me, I'll be back by Christmas. And any CEO in the room who's ever given a talk to their company likes to string every single cliche together that they can possibly muster. And if it's convincing enough, it even sounds like they're actually making a point. Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up, keep everyone in the loop so we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, so that moving forward we're all on the same page and it's a win-win for everyone. Now, what goes around comes around, so keep your eyes on the prize and make hay while the sun shines. I need you to think outside the box, give 110%, push the envelope, take it to the next level, bring your A game, don't just talk the talk, walk the talk. Get all your ducks in a row, take care of the low-hanging fruit first, because I don't have the bandwidth to do it myself. And the elephant in the room is there's too many chiefs and there's not enough Indians, so it's a no-brainer. You need to hit the ground running. If it's not working, Don't go flogging the dead horse, don't go throwing the baby out with the bathwater, go back to the drawing board and don't put all your eggs in one basket because you can't have your cake and eat it too. Now, I know it's a big ask, but the bottom line is if you can't get your head around it, throw it against the wall and see what sticks, because it doesn't take Einstein to realise that at the end of the day, the ball's in your court, and let's face it, it's not rocket science. I actually think, I'm going out on a limb here, but I actually think women make the best bosses. And the reason I say that is because women have the ability to balance home life and work life in an unprecedented manner, and men cannot do this. Ladies, if you're sitting in a room and you have a man who's a workaholic and he can't get home, what you need to do is make home life more like work, and that way you'll want to spend more time there. So don't call it making love, call it a team building exercise. And then after you make love, give him a performance review. Just say, well honey, you work well on your own, but you're not much of a team player. It's all about the team. Everyone, no matter how big or small your company, you've got to work as a team. And if you start to question that, you're only in big trouble. I was in the office and the boss called the meeting. Yeah, he got us all together and he said, it's all about teamwork. And then he said, there is no I in we. Yeah, I said, well, I don't know if you know this, but I is the chemical symbol for iodine, and in every sample of urine, there's actually 0.01% of iodine. So, technically, there is iron there. After that, there was no me in meetings. But I love those little facts. A lot of engineers in the room, a lot of scientists love these facts, you know, and I was the same, you know, in year 10 chemistry, I was told the reason that human beings have eyebrows is so if you get cut in the forehead, blood doesn't run into your eyes. That's what they told us, right? And I told my mate, and he's like, that is such crap. He said the only reason that human beings have eyebrows is so you can tell if the other person is surprised. So when he fell asleep, I shaved his off. In the morning, I could still tell he was bloody surprised. You can't believe every fact that you hear. You've got to be careful. I read in Clio magazine, it said of all the words in the English language, the 3 words that have the biggest impact on you are, I love you. I thought, what about, look out, shark? I have hemorrhoids. Now you're infected. John Farnham returns. One of my favourite facts, and you can look this up, this is true, right? I was in Malaysia and it's legal in Malaysia for a man to divorce his wife using a text message. Can you imagine that? You get home from work, your wife's there, you're like, didn't you get my message? She's like, no, I'm at Vodafone. But I want to give you a tip. If you're at work, right, and you want to have a sleep, and I know that everyone wants to have a nap at work. I mean, that's just the way it is. You get tired at work, and especially working in an open plan environment, you know, where you've got people all around you. I mean, you can't take a nap in an open plan environment. You can't even let one rip. You know, let's face it. You know, otherwise you get the prairie doggy. You know, people like, what is that? You know, and I make squares by the crop duster technique, where you let it out slowly, or walk around the office and distribute it anonymously and silently. He swears by that. But this is the greatest way of having a sleep at work that you will ever hear. Just disappear from your desk. Don't say where you're going. Just go to the toilet, right? Go into one of the cubicles, and instead of turning around and going to the toilet as you would like this, if you're a female, or, you know, if you're doing twos, if you're a man, right? Don't do that. Come in at the toilet, spread your legs like that, sit on the toilet like that in tight, and you know the part that holds the water, right? Cross your arms up on top of that, put your head down into the groove, and you can dead set get 20 minutes of quality sleep. I did that every day for 12 months. One day I walked down there all fresh, and this guy says to me, "You been sleeping in the toilet again, haven't you?" I said, "No, mate." He said, "Dude, I can read your forehead flush and half flush."